Hi, and welcome to this Autodapt training video. My name is Christer Horn, and today we are going to look at Braun's UVL lift, both how to manually operate the backup systems and normal operation. And the model we are looking at is a Stepwell UVL. What we are going to talk about is also applicable to all the other UVL lifts, so there's no difference in handling those lifts. And of course we start with how to operate it, and later on we will look at how you maneuver the manual backup systems. If something goes down or breaks down, it is very good to know exactly how to operate them manually. But just to show you how it works and how to operate it, we start by pushing one button on the hand control, and that is of course from this position down to the floor. And if we look at the hand control, we got three buttons with arrows on it. The first one is lift up, the second is lift down, and the third is stow lift. And we would like to go down on the floor, so we take lift down, which is the second from above. You just push the button and the lift comes out like this. One good thing to do before it starts to go down is to unfold the two handlebars, because it's much easier in this position. You don't have to bend down so far. And they are quite easy to raise up, and they lock themselves in position. Then you go on with going down. When the lift hits the ground, it automatically unfolds the outboard barrier. If you hold the button in, if you release it too early, it will of course stay up. For this, to demonstrate, we have a wheelchair user, so please come forward. They roll up on the platform, of course, stop in a position where we think it looks good, and then to load the passenger with the wheelchair, we need to go up. Therefore, we push the button, which is lift up. As you can see, the inboard barrier automatically folds down on the floor, and it also stops automatically in floor level. So in this case, the wheelchair user would go straight into the bus. But for now, let's stop here because we don't have the space. When the wheelchair user has rolled into the bus and you have securely fastened the wheelchair into the bus, it's now time to, of course, stow away the lift so you can close the door. And in this case, I'm pretty tall, so I think this is the best position to fold the two handlebars, because I don't have to bend down. It makes it so much easier to do this in this height. And since we don't have any passenger on the lift, it's okay to do that. Then push the third button from above, which is stow lift. It will go down to the right height, and you can see it bounce to just search for the right height. And then it travels into the cassette. And don't release the button until it has fully closed, because it's also weather protected, and the sealant has to be totally locked. Now, we're going to show you how to unload the passenger from the bus. When the wheelchair have rolled onto the platform, you tell the customer, now you can hold on to both handlebars so they feel secure, and warn them that now we're going down, and then push the button, which is second from above, lift down. When the platform goes down, hold on to the button and make sure that the outer roll stop goes down. When it's all the way down, you tell the customer you can now roll off the platform. Now I will demonstrate how to use the manual backup operations. We start from fully stowed, and if something breaks down, like you lose power in the bus or if the lift itself doesn't work, the remote is of course useless. To manually operate it, we need to find a few things. First of all, the T-handle. The T-handle in our lift here is very well visible located in one of the steps here. But for you, it might be somewhere else in the bus located. So the first thing you do when you start to learn about a UVL, try to find where is the T-handle located, and of course also the pump module, which we're going to look at a little bit later. But we start with the T-handle. That's a manual backup release where you release the lock pin for the platform. To be able to manually operate the platform, you first of all have to release the lock mechanism, which is the T-handle located here. You start by twisting it one or another way, then pull it and twist it once again to lock it in that position. You have now released the platform. Under no circumstances you are now allowed to drive the bus because the platform is loose, and if you take a sharp turn, it will come out by itself. So make sure that this is only released when you're standing still. If you're going to move it, even if if it doesn't work, you need to twist it again and push it in and lock it. Every time you have used the T-handle to lock and secure the platform in position, make also sure that it's fully locked by using the hand pump handle to pull firmly once or twice. So there are no circumstances can be loose, because that's a dangerous thing. But for now, pull it, twist it, and now it's time to pull out the platform. That's quite hard, and for that we use the hand pump handle, which is located close to the pump module. In this case, the hand pump handle looks a little bit different from other Braun products because we now have a bracket welded onto it. This bracket has a reason. That is to hook on to the platform so you can pull it out. Let's try that. I hook on the handlebar and I pull. This is really, really hard. So be careful so you don't slip. And once it comes out this far, you can let go of the handlebar and grab the platform with your hands. You pull it as far out as you like. Of course, there is a stop, so it's impossible to pull it out too far. And now to the most important thing. You have to secure the platform by pushing the T-handle in, but before you push the T-handle, you unlock it by twisting it and then push it in. Remember to lock it so it won't be loose and accidentally fall out of lock mode. As always, when you have used the T-handle to secure the platform, you have to make sure that the lock is fully secured by pushing and pulling in the platform. When you come this far, if you would like to go up or down, you need the hand pump handle, the one I used to pull out the platform with. You also have to locate the pump module. In our case, the pump module is located behind the stairs here, but in the bus it couldn't be located almost anywhere. So make sure that you know where it is. It's a large black box, and you will see it. You use the end of the pump handle, which is not yellow. It has a gap in the center here, and there is a hole in the pump module where it fits. By unscrewing the hydraulic release valve, you can now see that by unscrewing the screw, it lowers down to the ground, all the way down. Keep it unscrewed, and then, now this is really hard for you to see, but we will make a close-up to it. I fold this part here just to make sure that you can see where I'm pulling now. Because in the center here, you have a red button or knob, which you can screw, but that doesn't matter. You can also pull And when you pull, you can see that the outboard barrier comes down. When it's fully down, you just release the button. There is also an instruction right on the platform here how to use that. If you would like to load a passenger, you have to, of course, lift up the two handlebars like this. And then tighten the hydraulic release valve. Use the pump handle. Stick it in to the pump. Then pump. First of all, the roll stop comes up, and then the platform comes up. If you would like to stow it, you of course stop somewhere where it's pretty close and level with the two arms that comes out. Approximately here. And then you fold the two handlebars. I will show you that later too, but we go on now. Let's pretend I have a customer on, because that is possible. The hydraulic pump unit is very, very strong, and the pump handle may look a little bit short, but it's no problem to lift the passenger into your bus with the hand pump. Pump it all the way up. Make sure that it goes all the way up so the customer doesn't have to go upwards in the bus or downwards in the bus. Try to make it flush and level with the flat floor in the bus, so it won't be any obstacle for the wheelchair user. Now I will show you how to stow it manually, without electricity, just with the manual backup systems. From this position where we have loaded the passenger, it is of course a nice thing, and it's easy thing to fold the two handlebars down, because you don't have to bend down again. Then you use the pump handle with this end into the hydraulic release valve, unscrew it, and carefully I will lower it to a height which is flush or equal with this bar here. I can see now it's a little bit high, so I will probably lower it a little bit. I lower it by unscrewing the release valve and tighten it to make it stop. To fine tune is no problem, it's very, very easy. And now, it is just to push it in, because we have already released it in an early moment with the T handle. You can, of course, fold down the inboard barrier if you like to, because it makes it a little bit easier. The problem is that immediately when you release it, it goes up. But in this case, you can hold it down, same time as you push it in. Once you have got it all the way in, you of course reset or lock it by twisting it, pushing it in, and twist it once again to lock it in the locked position. When you have locked it in position with the T handle, after you have pushed it all the way in, use the hand pump handle to pull firmly once or twice to make sure that it's fully secured.